And in the last Congress, I told Maynard I couldn't vote for the final debt ceiling bill. It was wrong. There should not be a super committee. We need to do this. The sequestrations were wrong. And I was right about every single thing I said. But before that, a few bills before that, there was one, and it had some good, it had some bad. It was run, cut, cap, and balance. And the Senate already said they're not even voting on that. And he said, I need your support on this bill. It's got a lot of the stuff you've been demanding. And I said, it's got some stuff I'm not demanding, and this is just wrong. And I said, but I tell you what, if you'll promise me that you will bring the zero baseline bill to the floor, I'll vote for this. It's not great, it's got some good things, but he said, now, Louie, I can't promise you that I can bring to the floor a bill if Paul Ryan doesn't vote it out of the Budget Committee. Well, I knew Paul was a co-sponsor on my bill, but I knew in 05 and 06, my freshman term, that I pushed it then, and the Republican chairman of Budget wouldn't support it. He said, no, we have to have these automatic increases. And I said, why? And he said, because it's the law. And I just did this. I was at the member mic and he was up the front mic, and he said, you're right, we make the law, we could change it if we wanted, but we're just not going to change it. So he wouldn't change it. We had automatic increase, still have them every year, automatic increase. The CR that confirms at the same rate, it's never the same rate, automatic increases every year, even with a continuing resolution. And so anyway, so last year, in February, before I made a commitment to the speaker, I went and talked to Paul, and I said, Paul, and told him what the speaker had said. I said, well, you voted out of your committee. He said, you know, I'm a co-sponsor on your bill, of course I support it. I said, yeah, I know, but you remember your predecessor wouldn't. He said, I know, I never could figure out why he didn't support it. He said, sure, I promise you, I will give you my promise, we will vote this out of my committee. And I said, I told the speaker I didn't care whose name was on it, because I know he didn't want to bring a bill with my name as lead on it. I'm fine with that, I don't care. And it helps if you have somebody's name as lead sponsor that's in that committee. So Paul got a brilliant young freshman that replaced John Linder, who wrote the fair tax. And Rob shepherded it through committee, and we voted out a year and a half ago. So last September, right after Paul was picked to be vice president, I said, Paul, I think we've got a great issue here to help us retake the Senate and to help you guys get elected. Because you can take full credit for pushing through a bill through the House, because Boehner kept his word on that. Hadn't always, but he kept it on that and brought it forward. I said, you talk about how you push through the end of the automatic increase. It's a hit across the country, because everybody knows no individual, no charity, no subchapter S, no corporation, nobody, LLC, nobody has automatic increases in their budget. Why should the federal government? And I said, you can talk about that. It'll be a winter issue, and Obama wants those automatic increases. The Democrats want it. And yes, we've only got 47 Republicans in the Senate, but if you make it an issue, we can push the Senate to make it an issue and demand that if 13 of you vulnerable 21 or 22 Democrats don't sign on with our 47 to get cloture, you're going to be out. You won't be back at the Senate. So a week later, when I saw him there at the Capitol, I said, hey, did you mention to Romney's folks about the zero baseline budget? And he said, yes, I did. And they made very clear to me that they are the policy people for the campaign, and I am just the vice presidential nominee. I don't get a say in the policies, and that they will tell me what I am to push and not push. But he said, but I tell you what, Louie, I make you this promise. If I'm president of the Senate, first bill we push through the Senate will be the zero baseline budget. And for those that hadn't kept up, he's not president of the Senate this year. But I also know that's the way you get things done. You make that first step and then you keep pushing. It's how the liberals got us this far down the wrong track. You got to fight back and just keep pushing, keep pushing. And I think we got a shot at doing that. And when we do that, we can reform, get rid of the tax code. America's ready for that. That's why I'm telling you, I got pretty depressed early this summer. We had over 60% of Americans ready to throw out the tax code, ready to get rid of the IRS. That's exciting. And we had over 60% wanting to get to the truth behind Benghazi. They were with us, wanting the truth and demanding the truth. And then you had over 60% that were very concerned about the federal government spying on them. So we could get reforms on that. And what do? Our Republican leaders said, okay, now that we've got everybody on our side, we're going to change gears and we're going to push through an immigration bill before August 1st. I couldn't believe it. It was helping the president do something that a majority of Americans, over 60% of them, Hispanic adults, want the border secure before we do anything else. So we need help in the leadership area in our party. And we'll keep pushing. That's all I know to do. And I really am grateful I get to be your servant, your representative. I thank God for that honor and that opportunity. And I thank God for you. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. Let's hear it again for Congressman Gohmert for giving us 2 hours of his time.